Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your immune systems because we're diving into the most infectious topic of the evening, Nurgle, the god of decay, disease, and destruction. Nurgle, buddy, you're the embodiment of it's what's on the inside that counts. And by inside, we mean all the festering, bubbling, foul concoctions brewing in that physique of yours. It's like someone looked at a swamp and thought, you know what? That needs to be sentient. I mean, let's face it, Nurgle. You won't be winning any beauty pageants anytime soon, unless they're hosted in a leper colony or a waste management facility. But hey, when life gives you gangrenous lemons, they say cleanliness is next to godliness. But it seems you took a wrong turn at filthiness and just kept going. The bubonic plague called, it wants its aesthetic back. You've turned infectious personality from a compliment to a health warning. Your idea of a day out is a leisurely stroll through a decaying wasteland, sniffing the rotting roses. If there were a TripAdvisor for cosmic horrors, you'd be the top-rated destination for thrill-seekers with no sense of smell. You're the guy at the party who's like, I brought a dip, and everyone else is like, we can see that, Nurgle. It's moving. Remember, folks, share the love does not mean share the plague. Unfortunately, Nurgle never quite got that memo. It's like he thinks pandemics are party favors. And let's not forget your signature color. It's not everyone who can pull off pus green. Then again, not everyone tries. You've made a fashion statement, Nurgle. It just happens to say, I haven't showered since the Middle Ages. I heard you tried to start a perfume line once, Oda Nurgle. Scent notes. Week-old garbage with a hint of wet dog and a dash of gangrene. It's safe to say, Nurgle, Chanel No. 5 is not trembling in its boots. So here's to Nurgle, the god who puts the gross in necrosis, the fun in fungus, and the laughter in slaughter. You're living proof, or should I say rotting proof, that beauty truly is skin deep, and you're about a mile beneath the surface. Nurgle, you're not just a god, you're a cautionary tale, a walking, oozing, pus-filled reminder that sometimes there really can be too much of a good thing, or in your case, too much of a bad thing. But at the end of the day, you keep doing you. Or whatever version of you hasn't rotted off yet. Now, folks, every great being has a great love story. Romeo and Juliet, Antony and Cleopatra, Nurgle and Aisha. Yeah, you heard that right. Nurgle, the chaos god of disease, and Aisha, the goddess of life and healing. Their relationship is truly a Shakespearean tragedy, if Shakespeare was into tentacles and mucus. It's not just the romantic walks through rotting swamps or candlelit dinners over decaying carcasses. No, it's the little things that make their love story so unique. Like the way Nurgle looks at Aisha when he's about to unleash a new plague. Now that's love, ladies and gentlemen. Who needs roses when you can give your girlfriend a bouquet of festering boils? Nurgle, you're really pushing that opposites attract theory. I mean, she's the goddess of life, and you, well, you're the reason life needs a goddess to begin with. It's like if Mr. Clean fell in love with a pile of dirty laundry. And let's not forget your shared hobbies. Like when you release a new pandemic and Aisha tries to find a cure. It's the cutest game of cat and mouse, if the cat was a biohazard and the mouse was desperately trying to stop the end of the world. And oh, the romantic gestures. Most couples write love letters. Nurgle writes prescriptions. Who needs I love you when you have take 2 of these and call me when the hallucinations start? Let's take a moment to appreciate their meet-cute, shall we? Nurgle saved her from being eaten by a monster, so naturally, he did what any gallant knight would do. He locked her in his garden and forced her to listen to his disease-based TED Talks for all eternity. Fairy tales ain't got nothing on this love story. In all honesty, Nurgle, it's good to see you so committed. And by committed, I mean we're seriously considering committing you. But really, it takes a special kind of guy to look past the whole goddess of life and healing thing and say, yeah, I can work with that. So here's to Nurgle and Aisha, the oddest couple this side of the warp, the beauty and the beast of the 41st millennium, except this beast is less roaring lion and more decaying rhino, and the beauty spends a lot of her time scrubbing her hands and sighing. Nurgle, we tease because because it's easy. But always remember, behind every great man is a great woman, rolling her eyes and reaching for the disinfectant. Keep spreading that love, Nurgle. And by love, we mean preferably something curable with a round of antibiotics.